Hi everyone, it's Natasha Chef once again, and this is, I can't remember if this is my fourth, fifth, sixth, probably eighth video, who knows. But once again, I am coming to you directly here in my office, and this video today is going to be all about food and food selection. So one of the things that you know we have so many different thoughts and perspective of food. So I'm going to give you guys, over the next course of my next 7 videos, I am going to talk to you guys a little bit more about food and how to select food and why this is so important. So I have actually done this presentation tons of times. And I always, at different colleges, and I've done this actually at the Breast Cancer Association. I've done this at different events in New York, just really helping people to re-engage with their food on a different level, to understand food a little bit more. I actually did this for a investment bank, a group of workers at the investment bank. They had the what you call that diet fad, everybody, Weight Watchers, yes, Weight Watchers, and they were having a hard time, and they asked me to come in as a food expert and to speak to them about food. By the way, outside of me being a chef, I actually have a background in holistic nutrition and health. I actually have a certification in food therapy. I've actually taken some physiology and anatomy course. Didn't complete it. That's okay, because I actually was accepted into, getting my degree in holistic nutrition, and then essentially was going to move forward to doing naturopathic medicine. What stopped me from doing it is actually me deciding that that was not the path I wanted to take, that I wanted to not be necessarily a doctor per se in terms of nutrition. I just, after doing an internship for a couple of months with one of my favorite holistic nutritionists in New York, Jackie Justice, and working with her and many of her clients. And if you're in New York, check her out. She's amazing. I realized that I was better off in the kitchen cooking. I feel like if I'm in the kitchen with you cooking, I can help you resolve a lot more problems than me sitting and give you a couple of recipes and just talking to you. So I rather give this all away for free, give you guys what I used to actually charge people to do, people to actually sit with me and ask me to help them to develop meal plans. So here I am. This is not a fluffy video. This doesn't have any special effects. This is just me sitting in my office sharing with you, again, what I used to charge hundreds of dollars for. And you're getting it absolutely free. And I don't know how long you're going to get it for free, but you're going to get all of it for free. I just want to share my heart. By the way, you can possibly see, this is my degree up here. I got to put some of the other ones up, and that's the goddess and the gods behind me. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. So on to what I'm going to talk about. So food, I just want to talk a little bit about genetics. Yes, I'm qualified to talk about genetics. I studied it a little bit and studied it enough to understand how food alters genetics. So we all know about the DNA, and we know about, how DNA basically has the double helix, basically, for lack of better words. How, and in those double helix, there are different little information carriers, and these information carriers basically coil up. And when you eat something, and the different the bloodstream and the cells are carrying the food, because everything in your body is basic information, right? We've already discovered this on so many different levels. If you're very much connected to the metaphysical world, you understand that on a much deeper level. If not so much, that's okay. You understand that our food is all information, right? So you're eating this apple, for instance. It goes into your body. The apple has some vitamin C. The vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin, which means that it can get directly into the bloodstream. It doesn't need a carrier for like a fat soluble vitamin, like a vitamin A, to be carried through the bloodstream. So the cells carry this into your bloodstream. It gets into your cells, and it starts to, develop inside of the cells information in your DNA. So DNA then it either unravels and it receives the information and it says, hey, you just got some vitamin E, let's make her immune system stronger, and then it rolls back up. That is the effective process and the normal process of the cells taking in information on a very mundane level. It's almost like a let me see if I have one here for you to give you a good analogy. I had one because I used to actually measure people with that. A measuring tape. You know the old time measuring tapes that I can't find it right now. But I'm going to basically use this rubber band and this paper clip to kind of give you an understanding. So this is your DNA. So there's little what you call the histones, and they roll up along the DNA like this. And then when food comes in, and the vitamins and stuff, it unrolls and it reads and it attaches. And then once it's done reading the information, it says, hey, let Tasha hair grow, or let her immune system get stronger, so as a result she don't catch a cold. It rolls back up, right? That's how the DNA works. And you could check that out for more, if just for your information. What does this have to do with food? So when you eat food that is not good for you, quote unquote, or you're eating a diet that doesn't work well, what ends up happening is that this process gets a little screwy. So then when you eat food that is healthy for you, what tends to happen, especially if you're not taking good care of yourself, your stress levels are high, you're eating a very, unhealthy, balanced diet with a lot of soda, a lot of fast foods, a lot of alcohol, all these things that are not really taking care of yourself. You're under a lot of stress because you're working many hours at work. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not sleeping well. This process gets very screwy. So then when you eat an apple, this is not unwinding, So you never thought to yourself, why is it I'm always eating healthy and I'm still sick? I'm still broken down. What's all this is happening to me? Then there might be someone who might be drinking the sodas and happy as a lamb. And all of a sudden, you eat an apple and it's almost like life just turns around for them. They're as happy as a horse and they're as healthy as a horse. And you're wondering, well, why not me? Well, that's because it has everything to do with genetics. It has everything to do, it has bigger than genetics. This is a spiritual issue, but it has everything to do with the fact that your food is not being processed right. It has everything to do with the fact that your genes now are not operating correctly, and as a result you're not absorbing the food in, and it could be because of the stress levels affect the hormones then sends messages. Again, your whole body is filled with data, it's filled with information, so now it's sending the body message, and it's telling the body to be in a state of flight and fight mode. So if your stomach and your whole body's in that state of fight and flight mode, and your adrenals are going, your food is not digesting. If those little cells are not unraveling, it's not reading anything, you're unhappy, you're sad. And that's why a lot of times when you're heartbroken or you're sad or you're frustrated, you're not hungry. Your body's in flight and fight mode. Remember that. Your adrenals are out of whack. Your hormones are out of whack. It's the same thing for if you are sick. A lot of times when you're sick, your body just wants to sleep and rest. And for some reason, your grandmama and your mother and everyone wants to shove, food down your throat. Your body is in a mode of a docile mode. These cells are all tightened up. That's why a lot of times when you have that soup after you're really sick, you throw it back up. Your body ain't trying to eat it. What does this have to do with anything? It has everything to do with anything. It has everything to do with the quote-unquote diet, which I'm going to do another video on because I want to address this diet thing once and for all. It has everything to do with, eating healthy. It has everything to do with why is it I eat organic but I'm still sick? Why is it that I'm having all these different issues? Why am I so stressed out? It has everything to do with everything and anything to do with food. Like I said, food is a very spiritual matter. And this is no way a video to tell you to eat bad food, you know, if there's such a thing, you know, to go eat food that are food like substances, like a lot of junk food. This is me saying reconnect with your food, you know, re-engage with your food, you know, allow your body to return to that state of homeostasis, allow your body to be able to connect deeply with your food so that your genes can start to work well again, so that your genetic coding starts to operate, so that when you eat that apple, you are getting that vitamin C, that when you eat that, you know, piece of meat, or you eat some nuts, and, you know, if you're a vegetarian, and some grain, that you are getting that full balance, and that your body can start to heal, it can start to work well again, and that you can be, you know, you can reconnect to yourself. Definitely check out my next videos. There will be much more on this topic. Believe me, this is a very intense topic that I'm definitely going to share with you. And like I said, I used to get paid to present this at seminars. So my heart just felt like, you know what, there's so much going on with our food, and everybody used to have so many questions, that I just decided I'm going to just love upon everyone and just give it all away. This is Natasha Chef once again. If you want to know more about me, or you want to connect directly to me, or even work with me, whether you want to work with me if you're not in Florida or in New York, because I'm in New York sometimes, or even Barbados, you can go directly to my website and book an appointment. That is at natashachef.com, natashachef.com. And I can definitely sit with you and even cook with you virtually, because that's the beautiful thing of having social media in this day and age. You can also attend my workshops. I will have workshops coming up next year. If you want to book me for an engagement or a birthday party, just to even have fun, you know, definitely go to my website. Let me know. I can do demonstrations, do more in-depth workshops for you and your group, or you just have fun, because that's the whole point of cooking, is to have fun and have, you know, express love. Also on a Thursday, my fun-filled show on Facebook. If you go to Natasha Chef on Facebook and you look for my beautiful face, I mean, I look a little bit different with more makeup on, and I have on this nice beautiful green dress. But if you go to Natasha Chef, I have a show every Thursday night at 8, and it's lots of fun. I talk about cooking. I also cook for you on the show a lot of times. Last week I did a class with, you know, showing you how to make your own salad dressings. And I play my calypso music. We talk, we have fun, we talk about life, you know, so that's my conversation with food. Also on my website, Conversation with Food is filled up with recipes. Try them out. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much once again for joining me, and look forward for my next video. Speak to you soon.